John.
And Maria, the biggest development tonight, the manhunt is on again, and investigators have not given any indication of who they are looking for. Sheer horror on campus as people in the crowd drop to the ground. The single gunshot fired just as Charlie Kirk was answering a question about mass shootings.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
You just hear the gunshot and I'm sorry. You just see his neck just open up and there's just so much blood that just came out.
Kirk was rushed to a waiting SUV as panicked students at Utah Valley University tried to navigate the chaos.
And all I'm saying is, please God, please God, please God, because I don't want to die. I don't want anybody else to die.
Police quickly focused on a rooftop about 200 yards from where Kirk was speaking. The right-wing activist was known for sparking heated debates on his tours, mobilizing young conservatives across the country.
He's done something that is just incredible for somebody really of his age.
And he played a key role in Trump's re-election.
I talked to a lot of young people on campuses, at our events.
The horrifying crime, another disturbing page in a painful chapter of American political violence.
I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination,
Prompting politicians from both parties to denounce divisive political rhetoric.
We can settle disagreements and disputes in a civil manner, and political violence must be called out, and it has to stop.
It is, a horrendous thing to see, and it happens all too often.
Now, Kirk did travel with a security detail, and he had talked about death threats in the past. Students who attended the event today say they did not go through security when they arrived. Live in the newsroom, John Atwater, WCVB News Center 5.
John, thank you for that. Let's turn to our Mary Saladna live at Harvard University. And Mary, Kirk was known for speaking on college campuses.
He was, Maria, and he was largely credited for turning out the young vote for Donald Trump in 2024. Kirk's death tonight sending shockwaves through the young Republican base.
Charlie Kirk is a figure who we all can kind of understand because he ultimately was slightly one of us. And so to see him be shot for dialogue is what's so shocking.
Leo Kerner is president of the Harvard Republican Club. He calls the shooting a political assassination, is deeply troubled by it and the response he's seeing online.
I go on the anonymous posting app at Harvard. I'd say about 20% are people either defending or outright applauding. And so that's the bigger issue.
It's hard to think of anyone who exercised their First Amendment and fought for everybody's First Amendment rights to free speech than Charlie. And even today, as you said, he was doing this in a tent that said, "Prove me wrong." He was inviting those to come up and speak with him.
New Hampshire State Representative Valerie McDonald spoke at a Turning Point conference hosted by Kirk. She worries the shooter intentionally shot him in the throat.
I mean, that's just supposed to be a message to all of us. They're trying to silence the conservative movement, and in Charlie's name and in his honor, we can't be silenced.
Boston College Republicans released a statement tonight saying millions of young Americans connected with and were inspired by Charlie Kirk. He was a father, husband, son, and champion of free speech. BC professor Dr. David Hopkins, who wrote a book on the growing political divide in America, says this has to be a turning point for democracy.
And if there's anything that can come of it, it's a moment where people come together across the aisle and say, in unison, that this is not part of what we want in America.
Dr. Hopkins says it's a lot to process, especially for students. And he said it's time for leaders of all politics to come forward and rein in the rhetoric and call, in fact, insist for peaceful political discourse. We're live at Harvard tonight. I'm Mary Saladna, WCVB News Center 5.